Stephen Croft and Paul Horton batted out 37 overs to ensure that Lancashire drew their LV County Championship match with Somerset in Taunton, a result which will have disappointed the home team. Lancashire began the final day on 59 without loss in their second innings, trailing by 159 runs and knowing that they would have to bat for much of the day to save the game. To start that task were Usman Khawaja and Alex Davis. Davis began the morning on 38 but added only 3 more runs to his tally when he edged a drive off Alfonso Thomas behind. That wicket came in the 6th over of the day and so was just the start the home side wanted. Lancashire were boosted by the news that Horton, who took a nasty blow on the side of the head on the previous evening, would be fit to bat later on. For now it was Khawaja who was starting to hold Somerset up. There was some frustration for the bowler from time to time, of course. Khawaja failed to get out of the way of a Craig Overton bouncer, but still benefited with 4 runs. Runs were important as they would use up time later in the day, and Khawaja and fellow left-hander Aswell Prince scored many in what was a good morning session for their team. George Dockrell bowled unchanged through the session, while Alvaro Peterson was also given a few overs on a very slow pitch. These 2 batsmen, though, took the total to 137 with a stand of 72. Just before lunch, the partnership was broken by Dockrell, Khawaja lobbing a catch via bat and pad to Chris Jones under the helmet. The Australian departed after batting for nearly 3 hours for his 60. Somerset then came out after the break, firing on all cylinders. Dockrell had Prince stumped by Craig Kieswetter, who was celebrating penning a new deal with the county. The man he kept out of the Somerset side, Joss Butler, then gave him a catch as he edged Thomas behind after making 4. And Kieswetter and the excellent Thomas combined in the bowler's next over as Tom Smith was on his way for 3. Those 3 post-lunch wickets had fallen in the space of 9 overs. So with 50 overs still left in the day, Somerset needed 5 more wickets to win for a 4th time this season. Horton bravely returned to thwart them, even taking on the short ball well. He had an outstanding match, while Croft should also be congratulated for his efforts. He's a man in excellent form right now, but one who normally likes to play his shots. These were the exception rather than the rule, however, as he frustrated the home attack, who tried everything to dislodge him. Marcus Trescothick put himself at silly mid-on, and he nearly held on to a drive from Horton off Peter Trigo. It was the last chance Somerset had. The way that Horton batted throughout this match will give his side a lot of encouragement that they can stave off relegation this season. He had 4 days to remember in Taunton and will hope to carry the fight onwards. Both batsmen were still there at tea, having seen out the best part of 20 overs, and after the break, Croft not only took his side into the lead, but also reached a 50. He hit the run which won Lancashire the title 3 years ago at this very ground. This innings was a very different one as he batted for 3 hours for his 59. Somerset even tried some Trigo leg spin to get him out. After taking the score to 251 for 5 at the end of 100 overs, Trescothick had seen enough, and the captains shook hands on the draw. Croft had survived for 144 balls and Horton 130 for his 41, a fine effort from both. So Somerset had to settle for 11 points, which leaves them in 4th place in the table, 23 points behind leaders Nottinghamshire, but with a game in hand. Their match in Uxbridge against Middlesex from Monday is now a huge game for both teams. Lancashire took 9 points, which puts them 7 clear of second from bottom Sussex, who have a game in hand. Lancashire sit out the next round of matches.